Our Coach's Corner segment continues. Coach Mike Battles of the B.B. Comer Tigers. He's a head football coach, athletic director there. And Coach, good morning to you, sir.
Well, good morning.
First thing, I talked with Coach Griffith about this earlier, and I'll pose this to you. Hurricane Irma caused a lot of damage in Florida and Georgia and areas like that. It affected a lot of schedules here in Alabama, with including high school football practices. How did that affect you guys?
Well, the school was closed, so we couldn't practice. We came back, practiced yesterday. Our junior high had we had a game scheduled for our junior high on Tuesday. We had to move that to Wednesday, and that affected our practice because we have 5 8th graders that play up there with us, and they didn't get to practice with us yesterday. They went and practiced with the junior high and went on and played the ball game last night. So we were shorthanded, but we went over the stuff that we could go over in skeleton drills, and we'll go back out. We'll have the whole football team today, and we'll get out there and practice again. You know, we're not changing a whole lot. We'll just go out there. We'll just get them back in the groove. I mean,
it still though shortens your preparation time.
Well, of course it does. It takes 2 days off. You know, the times that we would be out there in full gear, we're not getting. We went out in shorts and shoulder pads yesterday. Today we'll be out in shorts and shoulder pads, and then we'll come back, and if needed, we'll work a little bit tomorrow afternoon.
Well, Pike County came to town last Friday night, and you go to Montevallo tomorrow night, and the schedule doesn't get any easier. You're playing a lot of young kids.
Yeah, well, out of necessity. Our older boys went out.
5 13-year-olds?
Yeah, well, we have 5 8th graders that just helped us on Friday night, and one of them started for us Friday night against Pike County, which is a tough assignment, and did a great job. Devontae Carmichael got out there, and he played with the big boys and held his own, made big tackles, came up, made some tackles out in the open field as an 8th grader against some really good quality backs. And he didn't show, and he's going to play this week. Now, he's going to play this Friday. So we're getting there. We played a good first half. At the end of the first half, the ball game 14-0. We should have made it. It could have been 14-7, possibly tied it. We had receivers open. Didn't get the ball to them. Either we didn't have time, or we dropped one, and so we just. We had a penalty on one, and so we're getting there. We just got to quit shooting ourselves in the foot. Our kids are playing hard. I think Friday was probably our best ball game, complete ball game the whole year. The last half, it got away from us. We opened up the second half they had a short field and took it right down there and scored, and then the floodgates opened. We got to play. Like I said, some of our 8th graders got out there on the field and got to play, and. They're just learning every week, and that you can go out there and play with those guys and survive. We don't want to put them out there under the fire, but like I said, Devontae went out and played the whole ball game, started for us at cornerback, and it's going to start this way. He'll probably be a starter for the remainder of the year.
Wow, a pretty good first half for B.B. Comer. That's something to build on against a good Pike County team.
Well, it sure was. We came out there, in the first half. Again, like I said, we played good. We moved football. We kept staying in the ball game. We have to make first downs for us to be successful, and we were able to, match them pretty good in the first half. Then the second half, then after they got the score, they came back out right off the bat, scored again along the short field, and we didn't recover. We were not able to move. They turned up the heat and came and made some big plays, and and it's just, like I said, it's a learning curve for them 8th graders. Our older guys got out there and fought hard, but we couldn't match up with the speed all the way across. They finally got to spread out enough that they could find their way through there. And we're going to run into the same problem Friday night. We are playing Montevallo. They have last year we played them. They really had a good football team last year. There's a few of them guys that's still out there, but they do have some good athletes. They've got a quarterback that he can beat you from anywhere on the field. He can throw it or run it. And so we have got to, on a short work week, we've got to make sure that our kids understand this is what they're going to do, and this is how we're going, attempt to stop it. And but again, if we've got to get out there. We lost the ball game up front. We're not matching up with them. We're not getting after folks at the point of attack. And until we do, then we're not going to be successful. We have to get out there. We have to move the line of scrimmage. That's all there is to it.
Do you see that as a challenge again this week?
It's going to be a challenge for us all. Our kids can do it. That possibility's there. We've simplified everything that we do because we don't know who's going to be in there, what 8th grader will be in there. We have 2 of them that play tackle for us on Friday night and 1 of them that plays guard. So we keep it as simple as we can make it so that if they do have to go in there, then we don't have to change the whole offense. Defensively, we do the same thing. When those 8th graders go in, we have to change our defense up just a little bit so that they can fit in there. But right now, we're as they get better, we get better. And the last half of the season, last year we had, I think once if we can get through this first half and stay fairly healthy, then we'll be okay. Last year we weren't able to. After the half, at halftime, halfway through the season, it's when our injury bug started and we lost 4 starters, and that pretty much summed it up.
Well, one of the young men that you'd counted on this year and had been an all-around, not only all-around player, but good guy. He goes under the knife today for surgery.
Well, that's right. Cody Ogle's having surgery today on his knee. We hated losing him. Cody's just a big part of our team. I mean, he did so much: return punts, return kickoffs, played defensive back, played on offense, played wide out. He could punted the football for us. He did everything. It's just one of those glue guys. And plus, he made practice fun. He gets out there when we run sprints. He runs them as fast as he can. He doesn't. But anyway, he's one of those, and he's played 3 years and been injured all 3 years. This year it came in the first ball game. Big loss for us, but I hate it more for him because he really was looking forward to it, and we were looking forward to having him out there for the whole year.
You've been a part of a couple of state championship teams and know how elusive that goal is of winning a state championship. And at B.B. Comer, Tommy Goose Reynolds, who was a basketball player there, graduate of B.B. Comer, and he was a part of that state championship basketball team, the only state championship in basketball, maybe the only sport that they have ever won a state championship in, but he passed away suddenly a couple of days ago, and that saddened the B.B. Comer football and community overall, and it just shows you how fragile life can be.
That is correct. You just never know, and so you did get out there and enjoy it, and I do. I'm going to tell you, I plan to keep enjoying it, and we're sad for the B.B. Comer community and everybody, but it's, we'll be all right.
Mark Lassiter, a guy that suffered a heart attack this week, and I saw one of the quotes from one of the head coaches, said he was talking, I think, with your son down at Tallahassee about Mark, and it just shows you how you enjoy the game and that kind of thing, but your family is most important to you, but a lot of pressure in coaching nowadays.
Well, there's a lot of pressure. You can put it on yourself. You can make it hard if you want to. But, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to do the best I can do with what we have to work with. And so do our coaches. I'm going to tell you, our coaches really, the guys that I work with over there, they're used to working without anything and doing the impossible. So I'm really, I've been real lucky with people that I've worked with in coaching and been around in coaching. So we're going to go out there. We're going to make a fight of it Friday night. We're going to do it again the next Friday and the next Friday and the next Friday. So until we get through with it.
Well, speaking of Friday nights, tomorrow night on the road against the Montevallo Bulldogs, a couple of keys to B.B. Comer being successful.
We have to stop the quarterback. We have to control the line of scrimmage. We have to make first downs.
What type of offense do they run?
They run. They're spread. They run a lot of run pass option. He does a good job doing it. We don't know what it looks like a pass right off the bat. Then he's going to pull it down, and run the football, and they've got athletes to do it with. And so we have to control. We have to keep the ball on ourselves. We have to make first downs. Then we can be successful and make.
Kids having to make split-second decisions. A quarterback like that can make you look bad real quick.
This one can, because even when he makes a wrong decision, he can pull it down and make something really happen. You don't want to if he gets past that second level, if he gets in that third level and got some air to run on, he's going to be tough to bring down. He can fly. And you're not going to catch him, are you? I probably not. Coach Mike Battle, the head football coach and athletic director at B.B. Comer High School. The Tigers head to Montevallo, take on the Bulldogs tomorrow night, kick at 7 o'clock. Coach, we'll see you next week. All right, thank you. All right, more Daybreak right after this.